Besides Simone, I feel like the talent and depth just isn't what it used to be, adding in part quote, "The girls just don't have the work ethic, and it's hard to because of safe sport. Like, coaches can't get on athletes and they have to be really careful what they say." Which in some ways is really good, but at the same time, to get where you need to be in gymnastics, you have to be, I feel like, a little aggressive and a little intense. In the video, MyKayla referenced the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, which is a nonprofit organization that helps end abuse in athletics. Since her video sparked backlash, MyKayla has since apologized and clarified what she meant in an Instagram story posted on July 3rd.
I feel like a lot of you guys had misinterpreted or misunderstood exactly what I was meaning or had said. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I was talking about wasn't always necessarily about the current team, because I love and support all the girls that made it and I'm so proud of them. It was more about going back into my own gym. Just the work ethic is different compared to when we were doing gymnastics in the Marta era, and I'm not sticking up for Marta or saying what she did was good. I'm just saying it was different. So anyway, sorry for anything that got out of context or seemed hurtful. That is never my intentions. And seriously, throughout the video, I was so pumped for the girls, and it was so fun watching trials and doing a live with everybody. I love those girls, and I'm seriously so happy for them. So I would never do anything to make them feel otherwise. So sorry if that came out wrong. That was not my intentions at all.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Where's Your Warehouse, man. Let's talk about this situation, man. So Simone Biles took a shot at MyKayla Spinner. She was on the previous Olympic team in 2021, so they used to be teammates, but they've been going at it. Because Simone took the side of defending her teammates over some criticisms that MyKayla Spinner had of more of the training towards the U.S. team. She was calling them like lazy and stuff like that. Not Simone though. She was more talking about teammates and some of the other girls, man. And it was one of those things where, see, I talked about this before. I don't know how many of y'all saw the video I did before, but to be honest, I did take MyKayla's side, and the reason why I took her side was because I do think she brought up some things in there that are a little bit concerning about the future training of this team, and I think people misconstrued what she said. I really do, and I know some people are probably going to be against both of them because I've seen the comments. And I know people are kind of like, throwing what MyKayla said away. But I do hate what it has done to the friendship of those two. I hope they can rework that out and just be like, and I think it's just the way maybe Skinner said everything that really rubbed Simone and and the rest of the team the wrong way. I don't think she should have put it like that. I think that was the problem with what Skinner said. She shouldn't have said it like that. She said it like she was taking a shot at the other girls, like they were lazy or whatever. And I think she was talking about, because the team did kind of struggle doing trials a little bit. There was some real down periods doing trials. We had the injuries and stuff like that. So she was screaming, and she was just sort of, putting her honest truth out there about them. But the thing about it is, see, MyKayla was actually an Olympic gymnast, so to me, what she says is valid. You know what I mean? When someone is in the sport, they know more than the people that isn't in the sport. I'm someone that hasn't been in the sport. So for me to say she was wrong, I don't think that's right. Because at least she was honest about it. And this is the thing too. I think, especially more with old school people, they'll probably agree more with what Skinner said, because this generation in general, like, they're not being taught as hard as previous generations on anything. Like, I'm talking about anything in life. Like, it's just a separation gap from the way people are being trained and coached and taught in school today. It's just everyone's got on kid gloves today, and because of the agenda that's been sport out in the past like 15 years or so, everything's been soft. Everything's become soft, and people are so and social media doesn't help this. Like, social media probably made it worse, where all of this criticism, because people could see stuff now, they could just say, oh, you shouldn't be that hard on, you know, this or that. I think it could become a problem if I think it could be a problem for the future girls, because what I was also saying to my previous video, Marta Caroli, who was the coach who coached them beforehand, Simone and Suni and all of them, George House, they're under the previous regime. Like, they're not the new girls I think that MyKayla was really referencing towards in the future. The girls who were under Marta Caroli, and this steps back to the previous regime, they were taught that way. So, of course, they're not going to be affected by that. And like I said, we're not going to really know until like 2032 with those girls if maybe the light training is something that stops US from being great. Because it's possible that the training that they used to have helped them become so great as they've been. Because you got to look at it like the US women's gymnastics team is probably the greatest dynasty in the world of sports. I mean, there's no one dominating like they have for as long as they've had. For like 4 or 5 decades, they've been like on top, bro. Consistently. There's been some off years here and there. That's going to happen. But for the most part, what they've done is really good. You know? And gymnastics is a very tough sport. You know? I never agreed with her saying that her teammates were lazy or anything like that, but what I do agree with is the training part. I think that might be something that could affect the future teams. So we'll see if that is a problem. We'll know. We'll know for sure if the way they're being taught now still is still going to, you know, translate into them getting goals. But like I said, you're not really going to see until like 2032 to see if MyKayla is proven right or wrong. But I do wish at the end of the day, man, that they put this beef aside, bro, because they're both grown women. They were teammates, man. MyKayla said what she said. Let it go. Let's just move on from it. And like I said, you know, we'll see if she's right in the future about her criticisms. And as people, man, we should be allowed to criticize, bro. We really should be allowed to criticize, say what we got to say, and just be proven wrong if we're wrong. You know, and but the girls proved it today. Hey, they came out. But like I said before, most of those girls, probably the only one was Hazley Rivera, who wasn't under that previous regime. Everybody else, they was under that previous regime. This is why I said you'll probably see a mix of it in 2028, but more 2032, like I said, man. But give me your thoughts in the comment section below, man. What y'all thought about this. I am glad that the one thing that I love is that Simone did defend her girls, though. That because she's the leader of the team. She's supposed to do that. Like, the thing is, I know a lot of people are like, why are you opening up your mouth? No. Simone's supposed to do that. She's supposed to defend the rest of the girls, bro. I know it was probably hard for her to do that against MyKayla, but she had to do it. She had to do it, man. But yeah, man, let's just wrap this up, man. Go ahead and give this video a like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. You've been watching Retro Warehouse.